I'm doing this episode about valuing the farmer. So I'm going to continue. Right. We need to value the farmers, Today is 12th of June, 2020, There is a great, today, 12th of June, 2021, and this episode is episode number 4. So what am I talking about today? I'm talking about this great king, great king, King Jaja of Opopo, who descend from Umudroha, Amigo. I'm going to show you a little bit. But the problem I can see on valuing the farmers in Nigeria as a whole is there's no energy. They need to provide energy. There's no point of sending our money to Chinese and Chinese people using our money to send their children to LIZZY University and send their children to Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, London School of Economy. No, but we have a great, I've spoke about the fertilizer, and today I'm going to show you all the equipments we need to boost the farmer, to uplift them, to even to give them energy. And they need finance. Nigerian government should provide energy. Without, in this London, we have energy 24 hours. So I am speaking about valuing the farmer, and I'm speaking about King Jaja of Opopo, who came from my own family. So today I'm going to talk about a lot of things about King Jaja of Opopo, So today episode is number 4. So we're going to be coming up on episode number 4. As soon as we finish episode number 4, we go to episode number 5. We're going to tell a lot about Jaja of Opopo. Jaja of Opopo is a slave who become a king, A slave who become a king. You can see it. I will scan it to the video. I will keep on scanning it. A slave who become a king, because Jaja saw that slave trade is not the answer. Slavery is not the answer. The answer is palm oil. And he keep on sending his palm oil to Liverpool, So he keep on sending his palm oil to Liverpool, So this is King Jaja of Opopo, my brother, who originated from Opopo, and he developed Opopo Kingdom. Opopo Kingdom is quite rich, and the British government came to Opopo Kingdom, saw that Opopo Kingdom is quite rich, full with oil, full with palm oil, all what they do to bring the Opopo Kingdom down with their slavery, But today, we have transformed everything to value the farmer. I'm going to be telling you what we can use to uplift the farmers, Nigerian government need a lot of equipment. All this money that they are investing in terrorism, they are investing a lot of money in terrorism, Boko Haram, S-men, bandits, Jaja did not see terrorism. Jaja saw oil. Jaja saw palm oil. That palm oil, then they haven't even discovered petroleum, So Jaja saw it afar. That is why he invested in palm oil, and he built the kingdom of Opopo. So today, you see, Nigerian government looting our money, sending it to Bank of Switzerland, Bank of the World. It doesn't make no sense. You can invest this money in the country and boost the people. Give them good education, send them to Oxford University, send them to Imperial, send them to London School of Economy, than giving it to Chinese government and bringing mixed fertilizer for us, and that kill the farmers, and then they will start establishing terrorism in Nigeria. Terrorism and bandits and Boko Haram, they are the one controlling Nigeria. So we're going to be going. These are the things. I read this book. My children read this book. You know, this is where Jaja saw. I'm going to show you where Jaja saw that the palm oil. There's a lot of references to this book. You can see here, I put this sign, you know. You can see, I'm going to scan this place for you. When you watch this video, you can see what Jaja saw about palm oil. Jaja did not see slave trade. Jaja saw something bigger than slave trade. So you need to see it afar. What am I talking today? We're going to be talking about how Jaja how Jaja developed the kingdom of Opopo, not by slave, but by palm oil. So, Jaja of Opopo, the king, the great king, who saw that slave trade is not the answer, but palm oil is the answer, who exported his palm oil to Liverpool, saw it afar. This is a great king of Opopo kingdom. So we're going to be talking about this great king. We're going to speak about this great king. We are doing episode 1 to 50, but now we are on episode 4. This episode 4 is about how Jaja valued the farmers, how Jaja improved the farmers, how Jaja saw it afar. The same way that Abraham saw it afar. The Lord said, Abraham, see it afar. Abraham saw it afar. That is the same way Jaja saw it afar. So we are in number 4 episode. Jaja saw that palm oil will generate a lot. Slave trade can never send you to anywhere. You know, I have been speaking about, because when we were in secondary school, I was going through a professor's documentary, Professor Akiloye. I said, Professor, they did not teach us about this slave trade. Why is it? He said that slave trade is hashtag hiding about slave trade. So I read this book and it exposed about slave trade, you know. So we're going to be talking about how Jaja valued the farmers, how Jaja put more potential to the farmers, how Jaja exposed the importance of farming. You know, there is a great importance of farming, because we are in 2 years pandemic, for example. 2 years pandemic, the only shop that they open in United Kingdom is food shop. I was going around as a TV presenter, TV presenter. I was going around. The people don't know why I was walking around checking. The only shop that was open, it is food shop. You know, you see the importance of the farmers, you know, because without the farmers, you know, the country are nowhere. You can do ammunition. If you can't eat 3 square meals, how can you have energy to use the ammunition, you know? So today we are talking about value the farmers, you know. Now I brought few equipments to show you. Yes, this is the type of equipment. This is a little one. This is the type of equipment Jaja of Opopo they use to preserve their oil. They use this equipment to preserve their oil. Jaja of Opopo, they use it to preserve their oil by sending because the oil go into so many process, you know, before they can put it here and send it to Liverpool. You know, I have the whole history on my hand, because I wrote this history. I have to tell the history. We have to pass it to our children have to pass it to their grandchildren, you know. Without we telling our story, we can't move on, you know. So Jajas, they put their palm oil in this, in final to export it to Liverpool, to export it to United Kingdom. This is one. Right. And on the topic, value your farmers, you know, this type of equipment is what the farmers use to dig the ground, but the big one. I just bought this as a sample. This is what they can use, Nigerian government can use to promote the farmers, because they don't have no electricity, but they can use this as a manual handling, because the farmers use this to dig the ground. It's about valuing your farmer, put potential on them, put positive life on them. No, because these farmers, they are the one generating the crops, undiluted crops, organic crops. We eat it, we don't have no sickness. They provide all these organic crops, not the ones that we export from China that they have processed, So this is part of one of their equipment. I'm showing this. On the farming, they need something like this, because there's a lot of equipment in my house. They need something like this, to clean their crops, because some of their crops grow around the tree, and some are like fritted pumpkin grow on top, or they make a shed for the fritted pumpkin, and the fritted pumpkin, the leaf grow on the top, so the seed can have a place to bounce, and those type of things, it cure you high blood pressure. You can't, when you are eating those type of organic food, it will heal you with high blood pressure. Because when I keep on telling people, my grandmother lived 110 years. 110 years that my grandmother lived, he never stepped one day in hospital. His sight, his teeth was clean, his drum was clear. He never goes any hospital. The day my grandmother went to hospital is the day that they took his body to the mortuary. That was 110 years a human being lived in a good health. That is about, because my grandmother is a great farmer, and my grandmother came from where Jaja of Opopo came from. It's about valuing your farmers. So this is a shovel. I just brought this type of equipment. It's a small shovel. In this episode 4, we are just showing the equipments that they can use to value the farmers, to boost them. But the problem is energy, because without you giving them constant energy, there's no how the corruption will still be going on. And I watched a documentary about the president of Nigeria talking about how to eliminate corruption. But I'm going to analyze that. I'm going to analyze that episode when I'm ready, because I'm still studying it. Because you are the president, you have power to change things. That's why the Constitution, what the Constitution have said. I'm just saying that he's making this as if he doesn't have no power to change certain things, Boko Haram went to invade school. You are telling me, as a president who opened your mouth and said that I was 9 years in boarding house. Throughout you were 9 years in body house, there's nothing happened to you. You were safe. And people, there is Boko Haram now, there is bandits, there is S-men, and you are telling us that what can you do? You can do a lot, because killing the farmers is unbearable. Cutting their head is unbearable, because farmers are valued. Every place in this surface of world, farmers are valued. Because for you to kill the farmers, Shining Light TV station, London, worldwide, I am really angry when I watch all these things going on. And I'm passing that message to you to do something and stop telling us the story, And people watching this thing, slave trade was something established by the Europeans, But Jaja of Opopo saw that slave trade is not the answer. Jaja of Opopo saw that slave trade is not the answer, but the answer is palm oil. So Jaja established palm oil to Liverpool. So we're going to be talking about Jaja of Opopo, this great king, we're going to be talking about him. We need to tell our story. We need to write our story. We need to pass our message so our children should know. When our children knows the story, because when we're in the secondary school, when we're in school, it was hashtag hide the slave trade, So Jaja have exposed about the slave trade, and for you to buy your fellow human being to use them as a slave, I think you are the most foolish person I have ever seen in this surface of earth, because the slave have become your leader. What you cannot do, you think the slave can do it, but the slave is the leader. You know, this is Shining Light TV station, London, worldwide. So, going to second episode on valuing the farmers. You know, we need this type of thing. We need this type of equipment. When the farmers cultivate all their equipments, all their grass, they can preserve it on this for it to decay. When it decay, they can put it on the ground to plant their crops, and their crops will go. So today, for number 4 episode, we are only using it to show you how you can value the farmers, how you can boost them, how you can make them to work nothing. Because for you to make them, they don't want anything, start killing them, is unbearable. So we're going to be showing you the equipment that they need, you know, and if you want Shining Light TV station London to improve the agriculture, I've told you my price started from 10 billion, you know, because I have a wider knowledge on valuing the farmer. You know, there's a lot of equipment we need to provide to boost the farmer, and not to take our money to Switzerland to go and hide our money, to go and give it to Chinese people. For Chinese people to send their children to Oxford University, it doesn't mean. Jaja did not do that. Jaja of Opopo did not do that. He did not carry the whole money. Rather, he invested it in Opopo Kingdom. He made Opopo Kingdom to be a place that the tourism people come. You know, Jaja developed that. You know, Jaja of Opopo, King Jaja of Opopo. His name is Mbanaso, you know, King Jaja of Opopo. Thank you. And to improve the farmers, you know, you need like this type of uniform. When they are moving, they can move around freely, you know. You can give them this type of uniform. I have this uniform up and down, you know, so when they finish, they can have a little shed where they put their equipments, not the bandits to carry AK-47 to start killing them. You can, you know, Nigerian government, you need to import something like this. That's why I was telling you to employ Shining Light TV station. You are talking about 10 billion US dollar. That is my beginning. And watch it, 3 years, I will develop Nigerian agriculture. Nigeria will be exporting their goods, you know. Shining Light TV station, London. I have it all here. I'm a very intelligent woman. I have it all in my brain here. So I'm not going to give it to you for nothing. Thank you. And, you know, the farmers need this. They need something like this. The farmers, they need something like this. And sending our money to Switzerland, to World Bank, it doesn't make any sense. Invest our money in our country. There's nothing we need. We have a good fertile land. We have rivers. We have sea. We have lake. What do we need again? We can do our crops and send it, export it. You know, today is 12. So my listener, when you listen, you know, I have my voice is buzzing today, you know. Today is 12. This episode is episode 4. We are on episode 4 because I've written it down. And we're going to talk more about Jaja of Opopo. We're going to bring tourist people for this Opopo kingdom to see the work of this great man, you know. And we're going to go to where Jaja originated from, Jaja of Opopo, where he originated from. So today is 12th of June 2021, you know, because I was listening to Professor Akiloye, you know. I was listening to Professor Akiloye. He said because when I was in National Assembly, the Korea people, they used to come to Nigerian University, and all of a sudden everything deteriorates, you know. So Professor Akiloye said that they invested 60% more in our education, and today our education, we cannot give accountability of our education, you know. We going to school people studying in body house going to invade them, different type of school, going to university, everything that is going on, and people marching to 10 Downing Street today, to talk about stopping of killing of human being. We go because they did not see what Jaja of Opopo saw. They did not see that Jaja of Opopo saw it afar. Jaja of Opopo see what is greater than slavery. He saw the oil, the palm oil. Now there is something great. The farmers, now they have started killing the farmers because the farmers are the one generating the food. All the pandemic, the shop to tell you that the farmers, they control the war. Your ammunition, without you eating 3 square meals, you cannot have energy to go and kill somebody, So the Jaja of Opopo, we're going to be going into this tale. And today we are on episode number 4. We're going to take this our episode to episode 50, So there's a lot of things that they can do to promote our agriculture, to value the farmers. On episode 4, we have told you the equipments they need, and there is more. They need machinery, they need energy. There is more into it, And because you do not value the farmer, you bring them to nothing. You think they worth nothing, but they worth more. They worth more because all the organic food is the farmers that provide it. It's the farmers that provide it. They know when to crop, they know when to harvest, they know when to sell, So we need to value the farmers across. I know that Europe, they value their farmer, but I'm sending this message to West African leaders. I am sending the Shining Light TV station, London, worldwide, because I have witnessed 19 state governors having a meeting. I was there present, I can see the guilt in their eyes. I can see the wickedness in their eyes. I can see where they are heading. Sending all our money to Switzerland, you are supporting them with their economy. You are making our own, bringing our economy down. You can see it. These people are using our money to send their children to Cambridge University, to send their children to Oxford University. And our children that is very intelligent, like our doctors, our lawyer, our engineer, our dignities, they are nowhere because you are promoting somebody else. It's about time for us to put stop on promoting like China, sending all our importation should come back to Nigeria. Let us promote ourselves because if Nigerian government are invested all our money in China, we don't have no money to run the country because we did not value ourselves. We did not value our medical doctors. We did not value our engineer. We did not value our PhD holder. We did not value our professors. We need to value them because they are very intelligent. It's like my children. They are very intelligent children because I value them. I put a lot into them. My eye language, they understand it. You cannot send our money, give it to Chinese people. Chinese people will send their children to Oxford, to Cambridge, to London School of Economy, to Imperial. And now our children that came out of university, they will be dancing on the road. NSAS. After NSAS, you sweep them in, and next time you travel the money to Switzerland. It's about time for people to stand up because Jaja of Opopo did not promote wickedness. He promotes intelligence. He promotes seeing it affair. He promotes ambition. He promotes education. He promotes knowledge. That is the same way. Shining Light TV station, London, worldwide. I don't promote evil. So I have showed you all the equipments we need to promote, to value the farmers. You have to make the farmers to look, they worth something. They worth something. It's not when you go to the farmers, if you did not promote them, you government, bring energy, bring equipment, how will they be promoted? Is that by you have money to invest in tourism. You have money to invest in Boko Haram. You have money for them to go around kill people. If the farmers are not safe in their farm, when they go to their farm, they kill them. Who will go? That is why you carry to traffic our money. I am telling you, you, the president of Nigeria, listen and listen careful. Who is talking to you? Shining Light TV station, London, worldwide. I am talking to you straight, you know. If you start importing now, the Nigerian doctors, they can do the vaccine, and you want to send 300 billion to Chinese government to make vaccine for you, while you have Nigerian doctors who can develop the vaccine. You know, that is why, because you don't value our doctor, you don't value our engineer. All what you people promote is terrorism. You promote killing, you promote humiliating people. Before, because Jaja saw that slave trade is not the answer, he promoted oil, and Jaja went as far as sending, using his oil, using his wealth. Jaja is a very rich man, using his wealth to develop his city, to make his city where people can come. You know, Nigerian government, all what you are promoting now, bandits, Boko Haram, invading school, there's no good story coming out of you. So we need to value the farmers, because with all these equipments I showed you, that is what we need, and we need energy. We need energy, you know. So this is episode number 4. So I'm going to come out with episode number 5. I'm still writing them, you know. So you can see during the Jaja of Opopo owned, they use something like lake, but the technology have gone far. The technology have gone far. There's a lot of things to preserve all the oil, you know, and then the farmers cannot find boot to use. There is something like boot now for the farmers. You can import this. You can even make it in Nigeria. You can make it in Nigeria. The farmers have something like this to protect their leg in case of any danger. Value the farmers. Value the farmers, you know. And you see, during the Jaja of Opopo time, they were using their manual hands, because when I was doing that garden, I want to grow something. I want to see the soil, how the soil can enrich, you know. So there's something like this you can import. Instead of you can make it made in Nigeria. Made in Nigeria, made in Nigeria. Instead of you going to give Chinese people the money, I am capitalizing about sending our money to Chinese country, you know, making them to be rich, sending their children to Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, UCL, London School of Economy, you know. But Nigerian students will come out, they will not get any job. They'll be marching on the road, answers. And the next thing you will do to go and bring terrorism, to start killing them, because we have to value the farmers. We have to value our engineers. We have to value people who study politics. We have to value them. We have to empower them. We have to value our medical students. Our medical students, we have to value them. If I did not value myself, I could have stayed in that shelf. That 19th state governors meeting, I could have stuck there. But because I value myself, I see this afar. I see it afar. You know, that is why I say I'm going to take it more further. There is a lot. We have to pass message to our children, to our grandchildren, to our great-grandchildren, so they can tell the story. They can move afar. They can see it, you know. So this is part of it. They can do this type of glove to support the farmers, you know. Right. This, you know, I'm not going to open this. Yeah. This is a bag. This is a bag. When the farmers cut their grass, they can put their grass into this to decay. This is natural, undiluted organic fertilizer. There is something they call organic, you know. When all their grass grows and decay here, they can spread it around their crops, you know. They need this type of bag. This is what you need to support them, to value them, to make them to work something, you know, because Jaja stand to make his people to work something, to tell the slave master, look, slavery is not the answer. Slavery is not the answer. This is the answer. Palm oil. During their own time. Slavery. Because the slave master too, they are blind. Because why they are blind, they could not see the richness in further. They only saw little because the glory of God is not upon them. They did not see the glory that when God told Abraham, look as far as you can look and possess your possession. They did not see it. They did not see what Jaja of Opopo see, you know. Jaja of Opopo, King Jaja of Opopo. I've showed you a lot. They need this type of shovel, the big one, and they need the small one as well. They need the small one, and the farmers, they need the shelf. Because when I was going to Coventry, I saw how the farmers, they are grading their crops, you know. It was amazing. I really enjoy it. I was on the train, I was recording it, how the farmers going to Coventry, you know, there was a lot the farmers are doing. So they need something like this to cultivate their grass, you know, to cultivate their grass. So we can manufacture this. We can manufacture this, not to export it. That is why value the farmers. We need to value the farmers. And this episode 4, we are talking about the value, and let's say, while I got this, some of the farmers, they can write their name. They can write their name when they go to the forest, you know. When they go to the forest, they can write their name and use their waist bag, you know, put their name, their key on the way while they are walking. In case if the terrorists came to chase them, they have their name, they have their address, they have their key. In case there is somebody who indicates why maybe they have killed them and dropped them on the farm, they can use this to find where they came from. You know, this can identify where they came from. When police is making investigation, they can find their name, they can find their key. So it will help to see who is coming to kill the farmers. Thank you. Right, I just brought this extension to show federal government, you know, the farmers, they need something like this. When you build a shelf for them at the farm, they can put, if they have electricity, they need extension to move some of their material, some of their equipment around, you know. They need some, this type, our people that study electrical engineering, they can manufacture this. There is no point sending the money to China, importing. No. People that study electrical engineering, they can manufacture something like this. They can manufacture something like this because they have brain. You know, when during Shagari government, the Koreans, they were coming to Nigerian University. You know, because Akinloye went to a conference in Korea to lecture them for 3 days. Akinloye was telling them, they were asking Akinloye on the conference, on international conference, Akinloye, what can you offer us? Professor Akinloye, what can you offer us? Shining Light TV station, I'm giving you this information because Akinloye was the chairman of MPN. I am giving you this information. Akinloye told them in that conference in South Korea that I have a lot to offer you because Nigeria University have 60% revenue and they invested a lot. So people that study chemical electrical engineering, they can manufacture this. Give them chance, give them opportunity, open way for them. Not when they finish university, 10 years, they are still roaming about. You kill their future. You know, you cannot keep on killing their future. You have to provide for them. You have to make them to understand they want something. Jaja represent this. You know, Jaja of Popopo put stop into slave trade. He put complete stop into slavery. Say slavery is not the answer, but there's something I can see afar, palm oil. knowledge, education, wisdom, you know. So we are talking about people that study electrical engineering. They can manufacture this and export it to international country, put value to our education. Like designers, they know how to design materials. They know how to, if Nigerians, they establish their Nollywood, why can't we put effort? Why can't the government put effort into our, they are only capitalizing on infrastructure. Buhari is showing us, I watched that his documentary, he's showing us how he built the railway. You build this railway, hello, Mr. President, you build the railway by importing Chinese engineer. Why can't Nigeria engineer build the railway? Why can't they build the railway? The same knowledge they went to university to acquire is the same knowledge we went to university to acquire. Our engineers, our electrical engineering, they can do the wiring, they can do our mechanical engineering. We have a lot of people who are very intelligent. We have PhD holder. We have people like my son here is vibrating in politics, you know. We have a lot of dignities. We have people who study mechanical engineering, civil engineering. Why are you sending our money to every international country? Because you are trying to shift our money to the World Bank to go and hide our money. You cannot beat corruption, but you need to invest. Like I'm a mother now. People are telling me, when my children are doing their A-level, I buy book. I will buy book, I will stay hungry. I will say, I will buy book. They will come to me, say, Mommy, I need this book. If you are not investing in Nigerians and you carry our money, invest in China, do you think you're going to be succeed? Every government is going to be coming as a failure because you have shifted. You are not seeing what Shining Light TV London is seeing. If that time, you know, my last card, I will use it to buy A-level book. I have weakness, I have receipt, because I wanted them to smash it. I don't want no, I tell them, if the A did not carry the star, it's not in this house. The A must carry the star. You know, if you, Mr. President, you are shifting our money to China, you are importing everything in China, and they are giving you all this fake thing, you know, junk. They bring junk to Nigeria, they collect our money and send their children to all the top university, and tomorrow they are children, our own children that came out of LIZZY University, we will be working for them. They will come, the Chinese, they will come and put their hand in their pocket and do their tie and stay in their air-conditioned room, do this, do that, because you are not seeing it afar. See what Shining Light TV station London, see what I see. Invest in Nigerian children. They are the future. They are the future who's going to build the country. It's a great country. And if you are not building the country, let them go their way. Let them go their way. Because if you are not ready to build the country, let them go their way. Because Boko Haram is there. They went to invade Chibok girls. I was watching the episode. Heard what that lady say. Joyce from America came to pick that lady up because the lady want to do medicine. And if not that American government interceding in that young lady, the career could have ended. You know, if you are not ready to build the country, let them go. You can't hold somebody captive. You are talking about European people that did slavery, but that's the indirect slave that is existing is small. You know, because you don't value the farmers, because you did not see what Jaja of Opopo saw. You did not see it. You did not see what Jaja of Opopo saw. Jaja of Opopo said, instead of them to kill my people, let them kill them. Let my people exist. Today, Opopo Kingdom is where they are still boasting about this great king who came from Shining Light TV station, London, worldwide. You know, he came from, it's my father's brother. So, today, we've talked a lot about episode 4. So when I'm coming back to do episode 5, there's more things we're going to talk, because there's a documentary I'm still studying. What this documentary is about, BBC Africa. I'm still studying how the power the king have, how they demolish their power and establish European power, So Shining Light TV station, London, I have showed you what Jaja represents. I have showed you what Shining Light TV represents. See it afar. See it afar. See it afar. If you are not seeing it afar, you cannot get good results. Nigeria is a big country. We can export a lot. I just pray that God should open your eyes. The same way God opened my eyes, let Him open your eyes. So I'm going to be scanning the equipment, Jaja of Opopo. This is King Jaja of Opopo, who descended from Umuturu Oha, Amibo, King Jaja of Opopo. And these are the type of things we can use to support. The farmer, I have showed you a lot of equipment. I have showed you how, they can use this to save their address, save their key. They can use this. And they can use this to clean their crops. So when the crops is growing, it's growing among the tree, that is some of the crops like yam, yam, they can, when they preserve yam, you see, when they preserve yam, they can export yam. They can export yam to the whole world, and this is what they have. They have this, they use this to dig the ground. Hello, my dear, how are you? Yeah, they are fine. Okay, I'm blessed. Yeah, so this is King Jaja of Opopo. Jaja saw all this. The president of Nigeria, even though when you are leaving the seat, handing over the government to another person, it's still the same thing, because we haven't sought the root of the problem. We have not sought the root of the problem. Jaja of Opopo. I've shown you this, we can use to provide our oil. This is what Jaja then was using during their own time. But this that they are using, it was in lake, But the technology have boosted enough, This is the type of thing that the Jaja of Opopo them are using. Jaja, this great king, Jaja of Opopo, this is what they are using, And now to booster, to uplift the farmers, to give them more, to empower them more so they can do the job. There's a lot of equipment that you need to support the farmers. We need this type of equipment. This one will help them to save their fertilizer, their grass, the grass that they have cut, to save it. This one will help them. When this they need something like this. When we get the right machine, we can manufacture this type of thing in Nigeria, because we have people that study design, So all this money will be circulating in Nigeria, and there won't be something like NSAS, There won't be something like NSAS. Jaja of Opopo. This is King Jaja of Opopo. The King Jaja of Opopo, who came from Umudronha, Okwara Ozurumba. Umudronha is a big city